Hmm. Well, hey, bitch. It's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel, honey. Welcome back to another quick chat. Okay, I got a few things that I want to touch on, talk about. Not a whole lot today, but just a little bit. First things first, I did see an interview where Sheree sat down and she was speaking with someone, and they asked her about Real Housewives of Atlanta and whether or not she'll be returning to the show. She doesn't even know if she's returning. She says that they are still pretty much casting and, looking for more women to be a part of the new season. So we shall see how that's going to go. Now, it's also been stated that, Kandi Burruss ended up doing a live that I believe could have been over on her Amazon channel. And so she did a live, and people asked her to spill the tea about Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. And Kandi just pretty much said, girl, listen, they still out here trying to make a decision on what they finna do. Ain't nobody been asked back. All right. But she goes on to say that they are tripping. People actually have lives outside of the show. So basically, what it seems like is Kandi wants them to get the ball rolling. It sounds like to me she might have some opportunities that's falling into her lap. And before she could tell them yay or nay, she's trying to see and hold out and see exactly what Real Housewives of Atlanta is going to do. Right. Because their schedule could possibly conflict with her schedule, and maybe she doesn't want to have another season where we don't see much of her as we did previously, right? Should she, be welcome back to the next season. So she probably trying to get her schedule and stuff together, and that's why she's saying, like, listen, y'all need to get it together because people have lives outside the show. I got my kids, I got my husband, I got my music career, I'm doing acting over here, I'm over here working on these restaurants, I got a lot of shit going on. Okay. And then I did remember she mentioned a while ago that Kandi and the gang will be returning. Girl, we got to touch on that real quick. So let me go ahead and try and figure it out and pull them notes up, honey, because that right there was a mixed girl. But they're talking about Kandi and the gang returning. So I think she's trying to figure out her schedule. She feels like they tripping. They're still interviewing people. But I'm just wondering, who the hell is y'all interviewing? Are y'all interviewing people that are actually here in Atlanta? Or are y'all interviewing people that are outside of Atlanta, but you guys would not mind them coming over here? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they in Texas, but then they'll fly out to Atlanta to be a part of the show or something. Not necessarily sure, but I would like to know what the hell going on. And honestly, I would like to know, who are they considering for joining the cast? Like, who are some of these people? Because I do see Kandi coming back. I could possibly see Sheree coming back and Kenya. I do feel like they will keep the housewives that's known to the franchise for the longest because they already have like an ingrained audience with those people. And then I feel like they will bring on new people to like filter in with those ladies. I'm wondering if they're considering Kenya's friend, the woman, I can't think of her name, but the one that we got to see on the previous show, the NFL's player's wife. Dang, I can't think of her name at this time, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm wondering if they're considering her. I don't really want to see any of Sheree's friends. Okay, if that's the case, girl, just bring Sonya back and let Sonya be Sheree's friend. But I'm not interested in seeing none of Sheree's friends because I feel like when they come on the camera, they be giving extraness. They just be giving too much extra. Like, I don't know. I don't know who they begin their advice from. Like, they got to go overboard and do the absolute most, to maintain a piece of the show. Oh, Drew. I would like to see Drew back. How dare I forget about Drew? I would like to see Drew back because I want to know what's going on with she and Ralph. Are you still moving forward in the direction of getting a divorce from him? Have you guys decided to mend fences and figure some things out? How is Josiah's relationship going with his dad? Has that gotten better? Has that improved at all? So I do want to see Drew on the show and the dynamics of her family as well as that husband Ralph. And I've kind of enjoyed dragging Ralph a bit. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see if Ralph has changed or whether he hasn't. So y'all can bring Drew back, okay? Um, so yeah, I would hate it if they held out on filming this long and saying they're interested in other interested in casting other people, only for them to bring back majority of the cast. Then it'll be like, girl, why y'all had us waiting so damn long anyway? If you already knew you was gonna bring back Kandi, Kenya, Sheree, Sonya, and Drew. Or if not Sonya, Marlo. Like, if you're bringing back at least five of them or whatever, girl, no, ma'am. Okay, no, ma'am. But I mean, I want to see. But listen, like I told y'all, Candy and the Gang supposed to be returning. But before we get into Candy and the Gang, I do want to play this audio of Miss Candy pretty much talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let me go over here and shout out to Reality Entertainment TV. Let's see what they have to say over here.
Just ask any tea on RHOA.
Let me switch my audio because I don't know if you guys let me switch my audio here. I don't want the audio to be like. Here we go.
Other than they still haven't told everybody who they bring back. Yeah, they over here, they being real tripping because they act like people don't have a life. People got lives around here. We got to make plans for other things. Just ask any tea on RHOA you can share with us. Other than they still haven't told everybody who they bring back. Yeah, they over here, they being real tripping because they act like people don't have a life. People got lives around here. We got to make plans for other things.
Now, Kandi is saying that, in my opinion, sounding very confident that she's likely going to be returning. She just need them to give her the go ahead and let her know what the dates are so she can plan other things accordingly. That's what it's given. But I see some of the comments over here where someone says good, and hopefully they don't renew your contract. Okay. Someone else says we want Phaedra and Portia. No, baby, you won't. No, she said we want Nene, Phaedra, and Portia. No, you want Portia. A few of y'all probably do want Portia, okay? Now that she over there selling that relationship of her and that man, Simon, honey, making it look more appealing because she didn't send that man to go get that work done on his face or whatever the case is. But they look all right, girl. And then you got Fallon them over here just down the fuck bad, whatever she got going on with Jalen and stuff. Girl, it's funny how time changed. We was out here. I know I was out here dragging Miss Portia and will continue to do so as I feel necessary. But Fallon, you the one who back we had, and you the one out here. It's not looking so great in comparison. But anyway, girl, I see the people want Phaedra back. I'm Phaedra over there with Married to Medicine. She could play over there. Okay, let Phaedra play over there with the ladies of Married to Medicine. Maybe for another season, because I'm still trying to figure out how does she really fit in over there. But anyway, girl, let Phaedra sit over there and play with the ladies of Married to Medicine. Nene, I'll be here for Nene returning. I would be here for Nene returning. That would be interesting. They probably, girl, y'all just let me know how y'all feel about that. Do y'all want Nene, Phaedra, and Portia, or do you just want a piece of Portia and a piece of Nene, or would you just take Phaedra and Portia? Let me know your thoughts. Now, someone else says they should just go on hiatus, test some ladies out, and see how they vibe with certain cast members before making anyone an official cast member friend of. Now, see, that's what I thought that they used to do originally when they're bringing on new people. So I don't know what the hell's gonna happen, but hopefully they make a decision soon. Somebody says follow me. Nene Leakes, Drew Sidora, Portia Williams, Kenya Moore, Cynthia Bailey, Phaedra Parks. That's who they want. They're not mentioning a Kandi Burruss. They go on to say Lisa Wu, Tania Richardson. Girl, I don't know no damn Tania Richardson. Somebody I went to high school with, but who the hell is Tania? As it pertains to Real Housewives, okay? And then they go on to say, and Quad Webb as friends. Now, listen. If Phaedra can go and play with the girls of Married to Medicine, I do think Quad can go over and play with the ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta as a friend of. I do think so. Are they going to give her a better check? Probably not. It could potentially be the same, maybe. I don't see her getting paid more to switch over and be a friend of, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't be opposed to Lisa Wu because I've been wondering what's been going on with Lisa Wu anyway. So if we got her as a friend of, I might be okay with that. All right, this overall cast, I'm not really tripping off of it, but I don't think that they're going to do that. Nene Leakes, Drew, Portia, Kenya, Cynthia, Phaedra, they're not gonna do that. Then you might get a Nene and a Drew, maybe a Kenya, But that would be interesting. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. They're in limbo at this particular time. But anywho, the reason I really pulled this up was because I was trying to find the details. Okay, so you guys remember we were watching Kandi in the game, and there was a young lady by the name of Chandrika, I think that was her name. She was the young lady that was the hostess, but she would kind of be late, kind of doing what she wanted to do, bopping to her own tune, or whatever the case is. She ended up getting engaged at some point. I believe after the show, she had a boyfriend, but I think she may have dated somebody else that worked there, but she wasn't interested in him anymore because now she has a whole nother boyfriend, right? That she ended up getting engaged to. Well, looks like that engagement might be over just a bit. Okay, so let me pull this up. Let me zoom out so I can actually read what she said because I can't see everything. Okay. All right. So this is what she said. She says, shout out to King June ATL. I guess this was the fiance. She says he got caught fucking a fat, ugly bitch raw on the couch at our office on the ring camera at 1841 Montreal Road. Girl, not you to put the whole office address out there. She says, I walked in and beat their ass. DeKalb County Jail owes me nothing. F him for calling the cops on me. F him if he's missing. Stop effing calling and texting my phone. F them movies. F that engagement. All that SHI can burn with him in hell. It's over now. Leave me alone. She says, I was in jail for a gun being involved, but don't worry. Y'all king is still alive and well. I hope it all was worth it. Girl, that is sad. That is sad. She definitely aired him out, and I am slick here for her airing him out and letting the people know what their king has been up to. You supposed to be engaged, but you out here hunching on another woman at the office and then got caught on the ring camera, baby. You ain't know it was cameras in the office. But I also say that, listen, when I saw this, I said, okay, when is Kandi and the gang returning? Because I feel like this is a scheme that they set up to come to us with the bull. And when is the show actually going to be returning? Because y'all did say it got renewed, or at least it's going to be returning. Not that it got renewed, because I don't know if it's going to be on Bravo or not, or if y'all going to figure out a deal to put it on just Peacock or something. But when is it coming back? Because the people would like to know. Because this right here is definitely messy. And then Patrick, Kandi's nephew or cousin or whatnot, I don't think he's with that young lady anymore. Is it Patrick? Which one would do the valet? Because I think Melvin was the one that worked in the kitchen. Patrick was the valet, parking Patrick. I feel like that's how I'm going to remember him, parking Patrick, because he'll valet your car, he'll park your car and stuff. So that's who I'm thinking about. So with him, he got engaged or whatever situation he had going on with the other young lady, and they not even together no more. Girl, y'all need to go and run this show back, because I feel like Kandi and the gang didn't really give us everything that they could have given us the first season. So the next season would be even more juicier once we get into the nuances and the different layers of the relationships that these people have. For real, for real. So I feel like y'all got something over there. Y'all just need to go ahead and bring it to the front and let the people see what is really, really going on out here in these streets, okay? So that's what's been going on with Kandi and the gang. So let me see what else I kind of wanted to talk about real quick, okay? Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on the Kandi and the gang situation, all right? So there is more, and I believe I want to go ahead and hop over and talk about this Angela Rye situation, because this is horrible, okay? This is horrible. Let's get into this article over here on page 6, okay? So they're saying that Chris Cuomo called humiliated CNN staffer tinsel crotch, and she claims network axed her after confronting him. So she confronted this man, and then y'all laid her off. Angela, my question immediately from reading the headline is, did you pursue any type of legal actions towards them? Because I feel like they shouldn't have done that to you. You know what I'm saying? If he came at you in that manner. So let's see. They're saying a former CNN contributor says Chris Cuomo put her through an embarrassing and humiliating experience and may have cost her a job at the network. Angela Rye, who appeared regularly as a guest on the former CNN anchor's Cuomo Primetime claims she was stunned when he responded to a bikini-clad photo she posted on New Year's Day of 2021. This is what he said: "Happy New Year, tinsel crotch." And I'm over here like, girl, first of all, did he say that? And then my next thought is, what the hell is a tinsel crotch? Like, why would you say that, sir? What kind of stuff is that? I have to look that up. Okay. Oh. So basically he was saying decorated crotch. Maybe he liked her bikini and then over there complimenting her crotch. Like, girl, sir, you're out of line, okay? So they go on to say, Rice said that when she didn't reply to him, Cuomo offered her exciting new career opportunities, seemingly to smooth things over after the New Year's message, okay? So I guess he saw that she didn't take well to that message, so she never responded, and he knew his ass was out of line. So now you want to sit up here and offer opportunities, and because Angela will go there with you and call your ass out. She says, but when she confronted Cuomo about his bikini comment, CNN ended her contract. Now she says she believes Cuomo may have had her fired over the debacle. The attorney and commentator made the claims in the premiere episode of her iHeart podcast, Native Land Podcast, as she was holding back tears. Now I want to hop over so that we could check out exactly what she had to say on that podcast. So let's see.
I felt like the safest place I had on a show on CNN had been compromised. I ignored it, just hoping it would go away, or even more. Did I imagine this? But I didn't. A few hours later, he said hello. I didn't respond for 2 more days, despite his plea the next day to call because he wanted to discuss work. I tried to punt until after the Georgia runoffs, asking a week later if he still wanted to discuss his work idea, despite him mentioning tinsel bikini and tinsel bottom along the way. As I think about this, it feels so small compared to what other women in the workplace experience. But I was afraid to speak up. Between New Year's and my follow-up, an insurrection happened on Capitol Hill where I feared I would lose loved ones. I felt like if I called him out, I was risking everything I was finally starting to build with the network. And as someone who is known for being courageous, I cannot begin to tell you how much I felt like, we even now feel like a coward. In 10 short days, I felt like what was a clear ride to the promised land turned into quicksand. I felt like
I want to go listen to this podcast now just to hear a little more of what she said. And I hate that for her because she does typically come off as a very strong-minded woman, a woman that's going to, without a second thought, collect you, get you together, call you out, tell you about yourself, whatever the case is, when you're operating out of character, okay? But at the same time, I'm not surprised that she felt very small in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she still, to me, is a black woman going up against a white man or whatever he is. And people probably not even going to believe nothing that she's saying anyway. And then she could be in jeopardy of losing her job or whatever right after coming out of a damn pandemic. Okay, when people was losing jobs and left and damn rights, I kind of do understand her feeling very small and not knowing what to do, how to say it, whatever, knowing she wanted to kind of like address the issue or whatever. But eventually, it seems like from what we were reading, she did get around to checking him. She did get around to confronting him. And shortly after that, she ended up losing her contract or whatever. So that's why I kind of want to listen to her podcast a little bit more to find out how that breakdown all happened. I guess that was the photo that we saw there. That he decided he wanted to comment on. So let me see if there's anything else, because we heard her say that. We heard her speak on that. I want to really see if they talk about how she was released. Okay, Rye claims, no, let's keep going. She said that following his New Year's text, Chris Cuomo was suddenly excited about a prominent role for her where she would check the left. Okay, Rye said she had her doubts about the genuine nature of this idea because Cuomo came up with this particular segment idea after the text exchange went wrong. wrong, okay? She said she didn't respond to his offer but the segment right away, but got back to him about a week later asking if he still wanted to discuss his work idea, despite him mentioning tinsel bikini and tinsel bottom along the way. Then she said on January 21st, 2021, the network called to tell her it wasn't renewing her contract. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wonder if he had some involvement, their decision had anything to do with him. And I would think him being like a top anchor or whatever over on that show, he would know whether they're going to renew her contract or not. I mean, maybe not, but I would think that he would likely know that. So why would you come to her and act like you had an opportunity for her, only for her to hit you up a week later, and then a week or two after that, she finds out, oh, hey, we're not going to renew your contract. That's crazy. That's crazy. So Angela claimed CNN told her they would be focusing more on C-19 coverage and less on politics. So she says, I knew it was a lie, and it was confirmed when 2 black women were hired for half of my contributor rate right after. Okay, so I'm wondering now, and this is my honest opinion, I'm wondering if the text exchange between them, if he had anything to do with her being released, or if this was the start of cutbacks for them after the pandemic. Because I feel like a lot of companies started to do that, like who's getting paid the most, let's release them from their position and let's hire somebody else that's willing to take a fraction of what they were making, so that way the company can retain more money, get what it is done that we need to have done without many changes being made. And just giving them a little piece of coin that they okay with and moving on. So it's up in the air. I don't know, but I do wonder if she's ever thought or considered to seek some type of legal action against them, if she believed that Chris may have had some type of involvement with that. But let me tell you about that karma though too. If he did have something to do with this, that karma hit his ass at the end of 2021. So she may have gotten released January 2021, but you turned around and got released in December 2021, because they're saying the network fired Cuomo in December 2021 for advising his brother, at that time he was the New York governor, Andrew Cuomo, on his sexual misconduct scandal. I remember that. So then Chris went on to do his own little big one and have his own show, but he also sued the hell out the network. I think he may have won too. Girl, let me tap over here and see if Chris won that lawsuit. Because I'm wondering. Girl, that man demanded $125 million from them people. Oh, let me see. Did he win? I cannot remember. Give me a second. I just want to see. I'm sure y'all probably let me know in the comments right now. But I'm trying to see, did Chris Cuomo get that money or a portion of it or something? I would think that he did. Girl, he did. He won that. It sounds like this article here is the Daily Beast, and this is coming from hold on, let me see. Or are they still litigating? Okay, well, let me read this. So they're saying Chris Cuomo won a new battle in his fight with CNN on Thursday as a judge agreed to temporarily halt arbitration proceedings after Cuomo claimed the arbitrator tasked with settling his beef with the network is biased against him. Okay, so he hasn't won yet. So they're still in court, litigating this whole situation. But he asked that his lawyer, who was biased, be released. And they did. They released him, okay? So this is still ongoing. Or this right here is crazy, girl. Well, listen, I wanted to bring that to y'all and share that information with y'all about Angela Rye, receiving inappropriate texts and things from one of her colleagues, I guess you will say, and being fired from CNN shortly thereafter. But I don't know if it was due to Chris Cuomo or if it was due to them starting to make those initial cutbacks. Like a lot of companies did at the end of 2020, did they decide to do it at the top of 2021 and decided to release her and get 2 people that were willing to take just a piece of her stuff. So I would think, let's say, example, if she was getting paid $200,000 from them, they probably was like, we could keep $100,000 and go find 2 people that's willing to do her part for $50,000 a piece, and that way we only doing $100,000. So I mean, it could have been a situation like that as well. I'm not sure, but I definitely hate that she experienced that and she felt so small. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that she's a person that can be so loud and vocal and, and everything. And in that moment, she didn't have that. She felt violated. So I hate that. I hate that she experienced that. Next up, Diddy and Young Miami. Young Miami appears to be filming a reality show that I believe Diddy was supposed to be a part of, okay? But now with Diddy and these allegations and things that's been coming out about him, violating women, allegations and stuff, it appears that his scenes may have been cut. His scenes may have been cut because according to the Jasmine brand, they're saying BET has decided to cut Diddy and Young Miami's scenes, okay? It says since the two were going together real bad before all of the allegations all of the allegations about Diddy, they said they can only imagine how many scenes Young Miami has filmed with him. Now, since the producers made the executive decision to X him out, Young Miami has had to resume filming again and film scenes to replace the scenes that were canceled. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised, but I also, just because he has been removed from these scenes, it does not mean he has been removed from her life. I think that they are still going together real bad behind the scenes, girl. And I think that she gonna stick beside him. Period. But I'm not surprised. I think more details will continue to come out about Diddy being iced out or dropped or whatever the case is from different, opportunities due to these allegations. Okay. So that's that. And then also, wanted to talk about this NBA player, because what the hell you got going on with your life that you over there stealing out of Target? It had me over here like, are y'all not paying the man accordingly? Is he one of the bench riders that don't get as much of a check as the starters do? What's going on? They're saying NBA's Ryan Rollins accused of stealing from Target, and now his ass has been cut from the Wizards. Girl, ain't no damn way. Ain't no way, not you in there stealing from Target. So Washington Wizards guard Ryan Rollins has been accused of stealing from Target on several occasions. I mean, was somebody double daring you or something? Like, why would you go on Target and steal? And now the point guard has been cut from the team. Documents from the Alexandria General District Court shows the 21-year-old was charged with 7 counts of petty larceny, for items worth less than $1,000, all of which are misdemeanors in Virginia. Now, the alleged offenses happened twice in September, okay? 4 times in October, once in November, according to the court documents, and he's due back in court in February. Okay. Few things come to my head when I hear this. I think about Jello Ball, okay? LeAngelo Ball, the one that is now dating, what's her name? I forgot her name over there on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Nikki Baby, the one that got the baby by her. Jello Ball was over there in China. Now, he was in college at the time, and I think he may have stole something, and he got him tied the hell up in a situation where I believe he ended up getting released from the team. Mind you, the whole time, his whole goal was for him to be able to go to the NBA because the daddy said he want all of his sons in the NBA. He wants them all to like either play together or play against each other. So to know that you actually made it to the NBA and you're actually on a team and you out here doing stupid shit like that, now I would charge it up to a person that, I mean, it's still stupid, but you're in college making these dumbass decisions where you're probably being, dared to do some shit. Here you are in the NBA. This is a good look for your career, but you out here stealing from Target, which is a very bad look. So I'm over here questioning, does the NBA not really pay like that? I can tell you one thing, you don't have the talent like that, for sure. I can tell you that. Because if you did, I do believe the NBA would have came up with some type of scheme to have your back. They would have benched you. They would have sat you down. Hell, what's this other? I can't even think of the man who just who was out here knocking everybody ass out on the court and stuff, and then they had suspended him indefinitely for a few games, and then now they just recently brought his ass back. I can't even think of his name at this time. See, they probably would have sat you down if you was that amazing of a player and you were that much of an asset to their team. But the fact that you're not even an asset to the team, the fact that they done found this out, they hurry up and dropped your ass. Baby, when all you had to do was use the little coins that you did have from this place to go in there and buy them very items that your ass stole. Girl, now I'm just waiting on them to release the video because I need to know what the hell was you over there stealing. Girl, it look like they finna tell us, honey. They said Rollins has been accused of shoplifting household goods like groceries, body wash, and candles. So you don't have $50. You ain't got $50 or $100 that you could just buy the household goods, the groceries, body wash, and the candles. It's not costing that damn much. Okay? Baby, you got to be a stupid motherfucker to get fired from your job because you stealing at Target. No, ma'am. They saying that he averaged 4.1 points and 1.1 assists per a game this season, was cut from the team on Monday. Is that don't sound good. You only averaged 4 points and 1.1 assists. That sounds horrible. But Wizards president Michael Winger said the team just found out about the charges. Oh, okay. So it seems like they cut your ass because you was it ain't funny. But they cut you because you was a horrible player. And then they found out about the charges and shit afterwards. That's what the president said. Girl, I'm screaming. So we cannot comment on that matter or the basis for our roster's decision, child. They said we do take our role very seriously as citizens of the DMV, representatives of our fans, and a team and a team our community can be proud of. These are expectations, not aspirations, okay? Child, they said Rollins was selected in the second round of 2022 NBA draft by the Hawks before they traded him to the Warriors. But he had a season-ending injury on a Jones fracture in his right foot. Baby, you just been down bad. He was sent to the Wizards in July 2023. Girl, you must have been out here giving all your money to somebody else that you ain't had no money and you needed to go out here and steal from Target. Girl, you cannot make this shit up. You can't. You just cannot make it up. That's crazy to me. That's stupid. You're dumb. Yeah. Good luck. Hate that for you. Hate that for you. Hate that for you. What a dummy. You should have been using them hand moves. You should have been using all that work you was doing to steal. You should have been figuring out how you was finna steal that ball and put that bitch in the hoop. Like, you should have been focused on some other stuff instead of being in there in Target stealing. But anyway, girl, let's go ahead and move on because I want to get to MoNique, okay? MoNique, the comedian, Oprah Winfrey, and Taraji P. Henson. Y'all know The Color Purple has dropped. It started out doing great in the box office. I'm hearing that it's not performing as well. A lot of people want to blame this on Taraji because they feel like she's been so open and vocal about her experience on not just The Color Purple set, but other sets in Hollywood. But y'all have to also understand what Taraji is saying ain't nothing new. MoNique has talked about it. Viola Davis has talked about it. I believe Gabrielle Union has talked about it. And they just had a whole fucking strike. Okay, the writers and the actors last year. So obviously something is going on over there in Hollywood and the people is not getting paid, okay? Anywho, so specifically Taraji did call out some things when it came to The Color Purple as far as them wanting, well, first she almost walked away from The Color Purple because I don't think that they wanted to pay her what she expected she should be receiving. That's one, especially with her history in the game, her awards, her nominations. You know, don't play on her top like that, right? Well, she also spoke on them wanting her to rent a car and drive herself around Atlanta to get to set. That is a liability to me. Because I feel like Taraji was like one of, if not the biggest star in the film when it comes to acting. Okay. I feel like Fantasia is just as notable, but at the same time, not for acting only. You know what I'm saying? So, and Fantasia said she ain't had no issue driving. She's a Southern girl. She still lives in her city. From what I understand, at least she still lives in North Carolina where she from. So she gonna do her big one, and you know, she's a Southern girl. Whereas Taraji is like, no, get me a car. No, why do I have to rent a car? That means I got to go put gas in the car. I got to go do this. Da, 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 da. No, just get me a damn driver. Like, what's wrong with that? They said if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody. Actually, you didn't have to do it for everybody. That's just the whole shit that y'all told her. You didn't. You could have just did it for her. Okay, because everybody has different agents, and different agents negotiate different things for different people. So I feel like that was fake shit right out the gate with that. But anywho, she said, if you got to do it for me, and then everybody didn't do it for everybody. Okay, she reached out to Oprah. Oprah talked to the production people or Warner Brother or whatever, and Oprah also told them to do it for everybody. She said she was willing to come out her pocket for it. They told her, no, don't worry about it. They took care of it, whatever. Danielle Brooks called out the fact that they didn't really have food. Taraji had to go and let Oprah know that, and then Oprah made sure that it was provided, right? A lot of people are blaming Oprah and saying that it's Oprah's fault because she was the executive producer, and she also has her own ties to the movie Color Purple from way back then. But Oprah is saying that's not all 100% true, because some of it does fall on Warner Brothers, because they're the ones that's supposed to handle it. And I feel like what Oprah is saying is true. It may not be 100% true, but I do believe that part of it is true. I don't think everything should 100% fall back on Oprah, okay? But MoNique, who has kept her foot on Oprah's neck for many years now, although Oprah has not acknowledged MoNique nor that foot on her neck, MoNique came out to share her thoughts about the situation when it comes to Taraji and the Oprah situation and what's been happening in Hollywood. So I want to go ahead and pull that up so y'all can just hear what it is MoNique had to say. So let's get into this.
Hear Taraji say, first of all, and I just want to give you step by step, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you hear those sisters say, when we showed up, we didn't even have any trailers. When we showed up, there was no food. When we showed up, we had to get ourselves to the set. When you hear all of these things, and who was at the helm of this production, James?
Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, so when you hear all of these things, and then you start saying, see, this is the treatment of the black actress. It's nothing new. It's nothing new that the trailers are subpar. It's nothing new that either the food is subpar or there's no food at all. That's nothing new. So when Oprah Winfrey sits at the helm and Taraji P. Henson says, it's an honor that we were handpicked. We were handpicked for this movie. Well, if they were handpicked for that movie, those women should have been taken care of from the moment go.
Right.
There's no way they should have walked up and there were no trailers. There's no way there was no food. And then when you hear Oprah say, but when Taraji called me, what did I do, Taraji? Lady O fixed it. When Taraji called Oprah, what happened was, James, Oprah got caught. That's what happened.
And if you look up the title of producer and what it is a producer's job is, you'll find that what Oprah fixed should have already been prepared when they got there under the title of producer. There need not be a fix.
And you know why things like this can happen, though, James? And we all watched those videos with Oprah Winfrey and Taraji. We all hear different things that Oprah Winfrey may say when it came down to Harvey Weinstein, and we don't want to put this all on Harvey Weinstein because we'll miss the what, silver lining?
Because we'll miss the point.
We'll miss the point. We've watched this person, as I'm watching these videos now, and everything was, didn't I champion for y'all? As soon as you called me up, didn't I champion for y'all? For the production. It's like, Oprah Winfrey, stop it. Stop it. Because what you did was you didn't champion for those black women, for our sisters. You didn't champion for them. What you did was in my humble opinion, it was, we can treat them just like we always treat the black actress. Who gonna check me, boo?
Oh.
I'm Oprah Winfrey. So then when Oprah Winfrey got the call, well, I fixed everything, but y'all know everything should have been done when you showed up. And that's the part that we're missing. Everything should have been done when our sisters walked on that set. It is no way that should have gone down like that. And now when you see our beautiful sisters saying, yeah, but it got fixed, it's like, y'all, we're making it worse doing that.
And either one or two things is true. either Oprah is powerful or Oprah is not as powerful at three things. Oprah is powerful, Oprah is not as powerful as we believe, or Oprah chooses not to use her powers as it relates to championing for folks that need championing for.
And you know what, too, James? And I say these things that I'm saying to you humbly. So when this comes out, I hope that it reflects the humility that we're trying to put with it. Okay?
Yes.
It was easy for our community to accept a broken black woman. And we saw Taraji be broken and bent over and crying. It's hard for our community to accept a black woman that has a strong black man by her side saying unacceptable.
All right, so y'all just pretty much heard everything that MoNique said. One, I want to make sure that I say I don't think that it had anything to do with society seeing a strong black woman by your side, in my personal opinion. I don't think it had anything to do with that. I think it may be whether or not people like you or not. I think that I see more positive comments and have always seen more positive comments around Taraji than I've seen around MoNique. And I don't know if it has something to do with maybe MoNique's look, maybe it's MoNique's attitude or whatever. Maybe Taraji is more palatable, so she was more believable or something. I don't know. But I don't think it has nothing to do with no strong ass black man standing by your side, okay? I don't, to me, okay? And then when the person said it could be three things when it comes to Oprah, either Oprah's not powerful, or Oprah's not as powerful as we think or something, or Oprah doesn't know how to use her power that she does. Either she's powerful, she isn't powerful and doesn't know how to use her power, or something that they said. But basically they said Oprah chooses not to use her power for the women or whatever the case is. And I'm like, but I don't think that's a good option to put on that list when she actually utilized her power to get the ladies the stuff that they need. Yes, Taraji complained, but to have Oprah backing her helped, right? So that's one. So I don't think that was good. But then also I agree with MoNique too, because I'm like, listen, all of the stuff that these people came complaining to Oprah about, it is things that should have already been done. But maybe it was a miscommunication between Oprah and the people, where Oprah probably was expecting them to take care of everything based on the role that she was taking in the movie. She wasn't taking the full role to where everything falls back on her. Right? She probably was expecting to do some things, but maybe not all of those things. Is what I'm thinking. But also, more than that, what's up with the negotiations? If y'all were the ones that were handpicked, why didn't negotiations go into effect? Why wasn't it clear about what y'all needed or what y'all wanted if it comes down to y'all working on set with us? Well, how can we accommodate you, basically? Who handpicked y'all? And who supported the handpicking decision? Because all of them people should have really just came together and said, okay, what will you need from us in order for this to be successful for you? And as actors and people that work in the industry for many years and decades and stuff, y'all really already know what these actors need. Most of them, y'all already kind of know the bare necessities, food, travel. Like, y'all already know what some of the basic things are. So, yeah, Taraji should have never had to ask for that. You already know what the economy is looking like post-damn pandemic. So, y'all should already know that y'all should be paying people more money. That shouldn't even be a question. So, I definitely agree with some stuff that MoNique was saying. But I just had to clock, like, 2 or 3 things or whatever. But yeah, now I want to hear y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about everything we talked about. Let me know your thoughts about the breakdown with the Housewives. Want to know your thoughts about this man Ryan Rollins out here stealing on his ass, supposed to be working in the NBA. Let me know your thoughts about Angela Rye and Chris Cuomo. Also want to hear your thoughts about this MoNique situation, Diddy in Miami. Just leave all of your thoughts and comments down below, okay? I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
City and cul-de-sac. coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest, but drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one.